What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Still, both of them have ascended to true demon lord status, and they're undeniably strong. In my case, my magicule count shot up tenfold, but Kerrion and Freyan didn't seem to jump by that much. Or maybe there are just individual differences. I'd guess Kerrion's pre-evolution value was around 700,000, and Freyan's was less than 400,000. If I'm right, Kerrion's strength has quadrupled and Freyan's has quintupled. But hey, my original values were pretty low, right? When you think about it, it makes sense. It's not about how many times the original value increased, but how much it increased overall. It's fair to say the higher the existence value, the more power you pack when you awaken. Now, let's size up their strength based on this. Kerrion's physical abilities nearly tripled when he transformed, but I doubt they doubled when translated into existence values. I figure it's more like a temporary boost. That's why I'm not sold on shapeshifting being foolproof. Because if you transform, you'd end up weaker once the time's up. That goes for Carrion, Gabble, and the rest. Otherwise, why not stay transformed all the time? But there are still perks to transforming, like healing all wounds and getting a full strength reboot. These are Beastman perks, so no disrespect. It all comes down to how you use it. So, how's Kerrion handling his evolved powers?
What's his deal now?
Yeah, I went toe-to-toe with Carrion Dono first, seeking revenge.
What?
Yeah, I once led a team to Eurozania. He wiped the floor with me back then. I wanted to see if I'd grown since then, and to test myself against Carrion Dono, now that he's awakened.
I think you've got it mixed up. I was actually planning for Carrion and the gang to test their own limits. I was a bit puzzled by Benimaru testing himself, but after mulling it over, I didn't see the harm. Benimaru got serious, and Kerrion gave it his all. In the labyrinth's no-death environment, it made for an intriguing match-up. I'm sure Ramirez and the gang were recording it, so I'll catch up on it later. With that, I decided to ask for the results first.
Who came out on top?
I just barely clinched it.
Well, that's a relief.
While I admired him, I couldn't shake off a hint of concern about the outcome. For some reason, I hadn't doubted Benimaru's victory, so hearing it was a close call left me feeling uneasy.
But it was a close shave. How'd that happen?
I pressed him for details. Before Benimaru could respond, an image flashed in my mind.
It appears that Carrion initiated the action.
No surprises there. She's always on the ball. As Seal-san explained, the video showed Kerrion striking first. The moment he raised his weapon and dove in, Kerrion's whole body transformed into light. It wasn't just a figure of speech, it was an actual particle attack aimed at Benimaru.
Carrion calls it Burst Roar. It's a particle cannon that turns his body into controllable particles to pierce his enemy.
So, it's got a mind of its own. That means Kerrion's also awakened and taken on the traits of a spiritual being. No wonder the light engulfed Benimaru.
As soon as the match kicked off, I sensed danger, so I figured it wasn't the time to sit back and wait. I activated my Heat Haze.
Benimaru's Heat Haze is like the ultimate trump card of Formhide. It makes you untouchable, but only if you've got the ultimate skill. But if he hadn't activated it, Kerrion would have had him in the first move. After all, Kerrion moved at a speed hundreds of times faster than sound, rivaling Velgrin's lightning-fast attack. Benimaru dodging the attack was impressive, but if Kerrion had locked onto him, there would have been no escape. It was his ultimate skill, Heat King Amaterasu, that saved the day.
Your gut feeling and ultimate skill made all the difference.
Yeah, it was a close call. I got a bit ahead of myself, thinking it'd be a cakewalk, but it served as a good wake-up call.
Exactly. I was so sure you'd win that it caught me off guard, but it's a good reminder that complacency and overconfidence can lead to downfall. It's a tough lesson to learn, so I'm glad you caught it before things got serious.
Yeah, even when we're aware of it, pride can sneak up on us. That's what makes it so dangerous.
Exactly.
We owed Kerrion a debt of gratitude for showing us where we fell short. After discussing things with Benimaru, I unwound with a Kappa copyright Olay prepared by Shuna and listened to the rest.
Did you throw down with Freyan?
Nah, I reckon Frey Dono peeped us scrapping and figured she'd rather not bother. She strikes me as someone who ain't keen on wasting time.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
I bobbed my head, nodding along with Benimaru's assessment. Freyan isn't exactly the combative type, so her move tracks. Plus, I've heard Milam grumble about Freyan's stickler tendencies. Apparently, it's been causing her a heap of trouble, but that's none of my business, so I'll just let it slide.
After that, it was all about tackling the labyrinth to see how far they could push it.
If you're testing your mettle, that's probably the quickest route.
Exactly. They each started from level 51 solo.
As Benimaru filled me in, mental images started popping up. Seal Sans got quite the knack for visuals. First up, Carrion. The force he brought to bear on Benimaru was no joke, and he kept up the momentum admirably. He breezed through the 60th level, thanks to Gadra's absence. Even if Gadra had stuck around, Kerrion would have steamrolled through, no doubt about it. That's how relentless Kerrion's drive was. He even sparred with Adelman and his crew, who swung by to tweak the magic transfer circle, just to test his skills. And guess what? He wiped the floor with them, even though it was 3 against 1. No surprises there. Kerrion was tossing out burst roar, left and right, leaving Adelman and the gang scrambling to keep up. Venti acted as the shield, Albert took the ranged shots, and Adelman handled the offense. But their teamwork crumbled once Venti hit the dust. Kerrion then set his sights on Adelman, leaving Albert in the dust. His fighting style was like that of a lion on the prowl.
The primary hunting is typically carried out by the lioness.
I know that. Seal Sans insights are super helpful, but sometimes they make me feel a bit dim. It's been that way since the days of the Great Sage, hasn't it?
I'll be more cautious.
Yeah, please do, I thought, feeling a bit slighted. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Kerrion's burst roar packed a serious punch. Adelman had a light attribute, but so did Kerrion. It boiled down to raw strength. What's intriguing here is that Adelman has an ultimate gift. Kerrion doesn't seem to have an ultimate skill, nor does he boast mythical grade gear. So, how did he manage to take down Adelman? I vaguely recall Seal San saying that only an ultimate power can topple another ultimate.
I don't recall that.
Huh, really? I feel like I've been duped, but I'm not entirely sure.
Kerrion also embodies the traits of a spiritual entity, so his strength of will must have rivaled that of an ultimate power.
Ah, that makes sense. So, basically, Kerrion packs more offensive punch than the multi-layer barrier, beefed up by Adelman's Necronomicon.
Next up against Carrion Dono was Kumara. She was itching for a showdown, so I gave her the green light.
Well, Zegion's got the edge over Kumara, so maybe we need to rethink the Labyrinth Floor Guardian setup.
True. Turns out, it was quite the showdown.
Another video rolled in. Kumara didn't hold back, not even a bit, right from the get-go. She caught wind of Adelman and crew's defeat but seemed to dive into battle without hearing the nitty-gritty details. There's a big difference between being in the know and flying blind, yet she took on the challenge head-on. Carrion had the upper hand in existence value. However, Kumara boasted the ultimate gift, Beast King Bahamut. Once more, Carrion kicked things off with a burst roar. This time, beams of light zapped Kumara from all sides. But Kumara soared skyward and triggered gravity domination. The supergravity warped the light, and Carrion's attack only grazed her leg. It wasn't a deliberate dodge on Kumara's part, just sheer luck. So, instead of counter-attacking, she focused on patching herself up. Could she maybe use one of her tailed beast's legs instead? Since Kumara can bring him back with her magicules, taking her out would be a tough nut to crack for an equal-level opponent. Meanwhile, Carrion's initial attack fizzled out. Turns out, his particle state, which seemed unbeatable, had a time limit. And it seems he can't fire it off repeatedly. Instead of chasing Kumara, Kerrion kept his distance and prepped a white tiger blue dragon strike. From above, Kumara sized him up. Their eyes locked, and boom, the showdown was on. Kumara dove in with a 9-tailed piercing strike, while Kerrion focused his magic into the white tiger blue dragon strike, and let loose a burst roar. Kumara clinched the clash. The particle cannon sputtered out, and Kerrion's strike crumbled.
I've got this in the bag.
Kumara crowed, ready to finish Kerrion off, but no dice.
How naive.
Kerrion's muttered words came a bit late, after Kumara's heart took a hit. His weapon might have been shattered, but it wasn't out of the game yet. Controlled by Kerrion's will, the shards turned into particles that pierced Kumara from behind. Game over. Kerrion wasn't about to let his guard down. He swiftly wrapped things up with a burst roar against Kumara, who had stopped in her tracks.
So, Carrion Dono took the win.
Looks like it. I mean, Kumara's been leveling up so fast, it's surprising to see her lose like this.
Yeah, that's just how it goes in a match. Luckily, this was just practice.
True. Honestly, it's probably good for Kumara to have this kind of experience.
Kerrion's skillful performance left us feeling a bit inadequate. We've been a bit too full of ourselves.
Thinking we could handle Carrion Dono was pretty presumptuous. There was a lot we could learn from him.
Yeah, definitely. They say teaching someone else is a chance to see where you need to improve.
I think he meant that when faced with something you don't know, you should look it up right away and use it to your advantage. In this case, it seemed like he learned to fight more cautiously by sparring with Carrion. Carrion seemed to be honing his fighting style more and more. If Kumara had challenged him before Adelman, the tables might have turned. That's how much Kerrion had progressed.
Well, Zegion was probably in for a tough time too.
I couldn't picture Zegion losing, but with things going like this.
No way.
Huh?
Carrion Dono was the one who initiated the fight.
The scene unfolded. The battle was over in an instant. Before Kerrion could even transform into particles. No, that's not it. Right after Zegion smiled at him as if he were just a mirage, Kerrion's body was torn apart.
Instant kill. What's the deal with Zegion?
To be honest, it's a wonder I managed to beat him. If I tried again now, I doubt I'd stand a chance.
Benimaru chuckled. He might have been humble, but if even Benimaru, who hates losing, is saying that, then Zegion truly must be something else. If Zegion had lost here, we would have had to rethink our whole defense strategy.
Zegion doesn't seem to have much of an ego. We've realized our own shortcomings, but Zegion doesn't seem to need that.
Yeah, he's incredibly composed. Even after such a decisive victory, he wasn't satisfied, saying, "This isn't anywhere close to Rimuru-sama."
I wondered if Zegion was aiming for some ideal version of me. I felt quite distant. Kerrion's duel had concluded. Now, what about Freyan?
So, Frey Dono took down Adelman and the gang. Pretty convincingly, too.
Seriously?
Caught me off guard. I had my money on Adelman's team for this round. I figured Freyan might win in a 1-on-1, but in a 3-on-1, Adelman and crew had the upper hand. After seeing the footage, it all made sense why Freyan emerged victorious.
Ah, they were just incompatible.
Yeah, exactly. Frey Dono's magic interference messed up Adelman's magic game. That threw off his offense and gave Frey Dono control.
Benimaru nailed it with that explanation. A 50-meter radius around Freyan became a no-magic zone, shutting down magic particle movement. Her interference was even stronger than Charybdis, disrupting Adelman's Necronomicon, too.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Nate, Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Just a Guy, Miss L.W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Jerry Sladek, Ray Perez, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, Godman Gaming, Markithian Tidwell, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L, Edgar Fuentes, JV, Thomas, J, Christ, Joshua Cousins, Vethelny, Lunel Scarlett, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Yuki Iki, Gray, Kamal Ebanks, Chris Jr., Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Quilly Buckner, Zephyrus, Alver, Normal Defate, L, Gary Miles, Dragon Spawn 666, J Rule, Liron Sangkap, Lucas Gay, Jason Martin, Echo Ski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Andre Hamilton, Guy Endsley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Gobi Lin, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Faiz Mansour, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadel, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Hansel Ortega, Karam Faraj, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Kamal Luke, Individual, Spencer Candila, Ian Sikibuyol, Putate, Thanakorn Lee Sawat, Lamar, KACP9R, Tony, Jack, Winston Harvey, Mike Roch. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.